All right, guys, welcome to the show. The star, Fedor. Ashton's already getting ready for bed, man.
He's smart. He's in bed already.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, long day.
Long day.
We were at a rally today for Mr. Quintana, Miss Trio, Franco, and Kessler.
Yeah.
And
We kind of snuck in there.
Yeah, and then you and Rosemary.
Yeah, Alanis was there.
Alanis and Marina.
Yeah.
Oh, and Martinez. And
my opponent.
And your opponent was there.
Isaiah Lopez. Nice kid, man. I like the kid, but...
oh, man. And, hey, Joe did something that was pretty ballsy, man.
What's that?
You invited the guy on?
Yeah, we will bring him on, and we'll have him on in the next couple of days or whatever.
Yeah,
we'll do a video. Yeah. I have no problem with that. I think he's a good kid. I think he'll prevail at some point, but not this time. So yeah, no, it was fun. It was a long day. Yeah. After that, we went to another forum over here at the old Cathedral of Light or whatever it's called now. That was fun. Got to see a bunch of candidates from a bunch of different races all throughout the valley. So that was fun too.
So we did videos. We're going to release them tonight.
Yep.
We got Mr. Quintana, which he did great. He gave a great speech out there.
Yep.
Mr. Franco did great. You know, Rosemary, Marina, everybody did good. But Mr. Fedor didn't get any kind of interview.
I didn't do one. Yeah,
you didn't do one, man. Let's do one right now.
Well, hey, so I think if you've been watching the show, you know who I am.
Yeah. 4 years or 3? 3 years?
It's been like 4 years we've been doing them.
And you've been consistent.
Yeah, I've been pretty consistent.
You even put on the flyer. You want to know who I am?
Yeah,
scan the code.
Yeah, put a little QR code on there and scan it. You can see who I am. I am consistently consistent.
Yep.
So yeah, find out who I am. But I'm Joel Fedor, a plumber here in Selma, and just a guy, just like anybody else. I don't have a pedigree. I don't have. I graduated high school barely, right? But I'm a guy who cares about his community and thinks that things start locally.
Yeah.
So
because they do.
They absolutely.
People have to pay attention, man.
Yeah. So.
And then you got a lot of passion. I mean, shit. We're always up to be talking about stuff going on.
Yeah, I've run and lost for every board and down. So,
no, but not this time, man. We got it, man.
You know. So anyway, yeah. You tell me, Roger. What do you want to know? What should the people know?
Well, first, I would. So basically, so when I think of Joe, straight up guy. So let's say one of the questions it would be. Why you run?
Well, a straight up guide to a fault. I will even tell some people, what I think, right, wrong, or indifferent, even though that may, not be the best at the time. So, but I mean it with the best of intentions.
Yeah.
So, why am I running for school board? Well, I want to serve my community. This is my community, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't born here, wasn't raised here, did have dealings with Selma growing up. But this is my community. I've adopted it, been here for over a quarter of a century, and I want to serve this community.
Yeah. No, I totally believe that. And for years I've been hearing Joel say, I love my community, and I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've always said that.
Yeah,
you've always said that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to serve. You can join the military, you can do this, you can do that. This is how I'm choosing to. I want to serve my community.
Yeah.
So and give back. It really is a service. Any elected office is a service. Yeah. You don't become the boss when you get elected. You actually get knocked down a notch. You become a servant. You're a public servant.
Yeah, and I think people don't realize that or don't.
You've been doing it for years.
Off and on.
Yeah, off and on for years because we had a little deal there in the middle.
Yeah. So and that's the way I've always been. So, and I think you'll be the same way.
Did you get rich off of it?
Oh no, man! A long time ago, I passed up positions. So I passed up a position, open positions that I didn't apply for because of the board, man.
Yeah. So
that's how much I loved it.
Well, it's same here. I actually work for the school district. I do work for the school district. So as a plumber. So if I win, I lose that business. I can no longer do that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm going to take a financial hit to if elected to be on the school board, but it's that important to me.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I've always thought out of the three boards in town, that's the most important board.
In a lot of ways, it is. I mean, it's our children. It's our
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, yeah. So what do I look for? I always wanted somebody. I told my wife that I want somebody on there. I always act on there the way I want somebody. I want somebody to represent me.
Right.
So when I'm on there, so if a parent comes and makes sense, I'm all over it. Boom. Yeah. Hey, we try to make it happen.
Well, you gotta be, yeah.
But I'm also, cut and dry too. Where if someone's not doing their job, I don't want them around, man. Test scores are bad. I don't want them around. You don't want to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. Go look for another job. I mean, I can't force that, and we can't force it. But I do say those things because I would want somebody to stand up for that too.
Right, right. No, yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. So I think you've done a great job on the board.
Thank you.
I'm sad that you're not running again because that means that I'm running, right?
Well, yeah, and to be honest, remember when you told me, hey, what do you think if I ran? And I was really conflicted at the time. But when you told me, I was like, oh man, I felt like 100 pounds was taken off my back.
Right.
We got another dude. We got another straight up dude in there.
And you know what's wild about that? It's not like you and I talked about it, and
We never actually talked about it.
No, we didn't devise this plan that I was going to run for your spot.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened. Some would call it organic. Some would call it a God thing. It just happened. So, and so here we are.
Oh yeah, man, shit. To be honest, I'm thankful too. There's not very many straight up people because you see a lot of. I'm just gonna say it. You see a lot of union ties, or the Swamp, or the Good Old Boys Network.
Yep.
So.
Well, hey, you know what? I've been endorsed by no one.
Yeah, I love that too.
I am beholden to no one.
Didn't you even tell somebody that you didn't want their endorsement?
I told, SUDA, so Teachers Union, actually sent an email out with a flyer, and I filled out their questionnaire that they had for me, and it was great. But I told them in the flyer, I said, I'm not even looking for your endorsement. I don't want it, because I'm not going to owe anybody anything. Yeah. And then I had an interview with them, and it was a great interview. I had a good time. I really enjoyed myself. I hope they enjoyed themselves. But I did tell them straight out, hey, I'm not looking for your endorsement. I don't want to be endorsed because I'm working for the people.
Yeah.
I'm not working for the teachers union. I'm not working for
anybody.
Yeah.
And that is what happens. Someone endorses, then they kind of.
Then you kind of.
You start to feel a certain way.
Like you're owed, or they, you owe them something. So.
Oh yeah.
I think you guys have done a great job of starting to turn the ship around. Shepard's great. Everything you've told me about her, everything I've heard or seen, I really like her, and so I'd like to continue that.
Oh yeah, and then boards make a difference. You going on there is going to be huge. If you get on there, it's going to be huge, and and there was a big shift when Mr. Sahota came on, and Mrs. Alanis.
Yep, when Alanis
it went more. It went more from left. And I'm not meaning, this is the only way I could really explain it, but it was kind of like this, and now it's kind of gone like this.
Right. It's flipped 180.
Yeah. So it's flipped a lot, but it's because of the people.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm sad that you're not running again.
I'm happy you are. It gives me a break, man.
I understand. Yeah. I understand. But you know what? I'm ready to pick up that torch and work for my community.
Yeah.
It's the people. I've got a grandkid that's entering Selma Unified. So the stuff we're doing today is going to be affecting him when he starts to get into school, and all of our children.
Oh yeah.
As they get into it.
Yeah. And there you go. It's a passion. You can already just see it when you talk and how you are. So
yeah,
that's the whole thing, is to get you out there.
Hey,
get
you know
the name
what?
Out there more.
Hey, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. So, but you know what? I'll learn. Yeah. I'll figure it out. And you know what? If you've got a question, ask me. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Or you could ask and find out.
That's it.
And I think I know I told you the story before, but I'll say it because we're recording it. Is when I first ran 2010. I think 2010. I was really nervous. I didn't know anything. Hey man, I've seen some meetings, but I don't know how procedures work. I don't know what's going on. And then I got a phone call out of nowhere from a councilman who was like, "Hey, you're running."
Or a board member.
It was a city council guy.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "Hey, you're running," and I said, "Yeah, but I'm really nervous, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing."
Right.
But I don't like what's going on.
Right.
So he told me, hey, don't worry about it. You actually learn on the job. And it takes a long time. And that's actually true.
It does. Yeah.
You actually learn from doing it.
Well, I didn't know anything about plumbing until I started plumbing.
There you go.
So
It's like
it's the same thing. You know, you're going to know some stuff, but you're not going to know everything, the ins and outs. And that was actually a lot of the questions that when the teachers union, when they were interviewing me, they asked me questions. I said, hey, I can't speak to that. I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't know the numbers. I don't know this, that, or whatever. But I said, I'll figure it out. I'll find out.
Yeah. And,
so, bottom line is, I got a passion for this community. Or the like Whitney Houston said, I believe the children are our future, right? And they
it's
are.
True.
Yeah, they totally are. So that. And
2022, man. Hey, and it comes out in a couple weeks. No, is it next week? The absentees?
this week actually.
Wow.
Yeah, this week the absentee ballot or the mail-in ballots start coming out. So so do your research. Don't just vote because you've seen more of one sign or the other.
Oh, yeah.
And that's mine included. Don't just vote because you've seen my signs. Figure it out. Do your homework. Vote for who you think is the best candidate. And that's about all I got.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I could say is Fedor 2022, vote. Hey guys, thanks for watching the show.
Bye, Selma.